Hi, Coach. Welcome to HSBN Media Days. Good to see you.
Good to see you guys back.
Can you please introduce yourself and the players you have here today?
Yes, Coach Miguel, head coach at the school for the first year. To my right side, I have senior Andres Nava, and to my left, I have sophomore Griffin Maynard. Both guys.
Excellent. Coach, you're new to this program. You've been around a long time. Tell me, what are you bringing to this program? What's your philosophy? How's it been so far? Give us a preview.
Yeah, it's gonna be new, so it's gonna be something that I'm looking forward to. Absolutely, restructuring the program, start from the bottom. Same thing I did from the school I came from before. So it's gonna take some challenges, of course. Like wherever you go, challenge, you see what you have, and hopefully the kids actually follow with the idea that you have. That's what I'm hoping for, that they just go with what I'm going to try to teach them at the same time. Being at this level for the last 20 years, hopefully they, that's all, and that's all what we're hoping for.
Excellent. And rumor has it you guys have a new baseball field. Tell us about that.
Yes, I came in, and I played at that field before with my former school, but when I came in to see the field, it was a brand new field. I mean, beautiful field. One of the, I'll say one of the best fields in Palm Beach County. Really, I mean, big field, nice size field. So I mean, that was the exciting part for me to see that used to playing at Santa Lucis, for all these 20 years. That was my home field. Now I have my field at my at the school, which is pretty exciting.
And for the players, you have now a new coach who has a great history of winning a lot. What has that been for you, having him come in and take over this program?
So I would say it's very, very exciting. Since the past few years, we've been changing coaches a lot every season, but now with our new coach, I see the level of professionalism that he brings to the team, and the way he sets new standards for the team. I really like, and I'm really excited to see how the season's gonna turn out.
For you, Griffin?
Following what Andres said, I'm very excited for what Coach Miguel brings. I've only experienced one other coach in my life, so it's exciting to have a new perspective on the game and a new perspective to teach me new things.
Awesome.
Griffin, what position do you play? Did you have to compete for your position? Do you play multiple positions? Can you tell us a little bit about it?
Yes, sir. I play mainly second base. I can play around the infield, whatever coach needs. I'm very versatile. I can pitch a little bit if you need me to. I'm just here, ready to learn.
Okay, Andres?
Well, I've always been like a middle infielder, but the team right now needs a catcher. And I also play catcher. It was like my second position, but I guess this year is gonna be my primary position.
Excellent. You actually have a decent veteran roster with 5 seniors. Coach, how's the lineup and pitching staff shaping up?
It's, we've been practicing the last 2-3 weeks. It's been a little rough because a lot of guys are still playing other sports, so we haven't had like a big formal practice yet. Guys here and there, so hopefully the next 2 weeks we'll get that concrete in, and we'll have set up line up. The guys are going to be on the mound at a certain point. So we're still work in progress. Still, we're still getting there. So hopefully by the end of next week or the following week, we get that settled down.
Excellent. So, Coach, I know you like playing the toughest team. How important is it to keep this team playing to teams of the same caliber right now?
Yeah, so it's definitely a little different than what I had before, where I went out and I played the biggest teams in Palm Beach County or even in Miami. You gotta, as a coach, going into a new school and a new program, you gotta play to a level of the team you have. Unfortunately, so that's you gotta give the kids an opportunity to actually play at their level, not try to just play someone that's gonna go there and gonna get beat up. So I'm trying to make sure that they play at their level. So it's almost a copy of the schedule they had last year, more or less. And I saw the teams they played and the records, and I threw a few teams in there that I know we're gonna struggle a little bit, but we can't try to just even up all the teams. But I gotta give them a few other teams here and there.
And you're actually in this district with your old school. What is it like knowing that you could face your old team in district playoffs or maybe for a district title?
Don't know that yet. I'm not sure if they're gonna if there's going to be a team over there.
Oh.
But if there is, then yes, that'll be something that we'll be looking forward to. Of course, playing my my former school, absolutely.
Awesome. And for the players, what are your goals for the season? I mean, you're a senior, Andres Griffin. You're a sophomore. Andres, tell me what the goals of the season for.
Well, the goal of the season is to win the district title.
Mhm.
The past few years, we had like the biggest, one of the, like a good program, coached by him. Trinity, they won like, I don't know, like 6 years in a row.
More or less.
So yeah, with that team off the table, I think we have a higher chance to win. So that's my goal.
And for you, Griffin?
Following what Andres said again, my goals for this season are to grow as an individual player, but to also grow as a team, to grow as a brotherhood, a fraternity. Again, to win, that's the ultimate goal. But I just really hope that we can all just grow as a team together.
That's awesome.
Andres, you mentioned that you're going back behind the plate this year. Coaches rely on their catcher to kind of be a coach on the field. So what kind of approach will you use with players when you need to lift them up after a loss, adversity, et cetera? Coaches rely on their leaders to do that. So what kind of approach will you use with the younger guys and the guys on the bench through adversity?
Well, I'm pretty friends with like almost all of them, so I will have like a real conversation instead of just like they know I'm just there to like lift them up, and then I'll go from there to try to lift them up instead of just like, come on, get up, So like having like a real nice conversation with them to see what's wrong with them, to see if they need any help from me, and then we'll go from there.
What's it like, Griffin, what's it like being a Shark student athlete, combining academics with athletics? Baseball's a grind, it's a long
Yeah.
season. What's it like being a Shark student athlete?
Personally, I feel like my teachers and coaches, they really help me with like extra opportunities and extra help for my schoolwork. But personally, I try to stay on top of my schoolwork. I make it a priority in my life just so that I can keep playing ball.
And for you, Coach, I mean, a lot of success in your other school. You're coming here with the program. What new traditions, what new things are you starting to build with this program for your
Yeah, the one thing I was thinking of doing it. I was like hesitant, but I said no. I'm just gonna keep on doing it. We brought back the flags on the hats. If you see, I got my flag from Dominican. He's got his hat the other way from Venezuela. So I kept that tradition. We got like 7 different countries. It's guys to represent their country. So I just brought that back at the same time. And again, the other stuff that I bring is just making sure that every kid is accountable for themselves, which I think is very important. Whether you have a good team or you have a team that you're bringing up, I need everybody to be held accountable of whatever kind of ball player they are. It doesn't really matter, there's different ball players, but if I could hold anybody accountable, and I got my captains, which is Andres and my other captain, David, that's not here, so that's going to be their job to do also at the same time. So that way I don't have to do that.
That's interesting with the hat. Can you explain to me what the reasoning behind that, why you have the players do that?
Yes, when I first came to Trinity, I saw that Trinity was a Trinity Christian Academy school and was a school for all kids from all over the world. So I was thinking, wait a minute, if that's what we represent as a school, so maybe I could change something here and make sure that when we get a kid that comes from Venezuela, from Puerto Rico, they feel that that they're representing their country, even though they're not here, or from Curacao, that they're representing something. So I based that, and from that year, ever since, we've had the same tradition every year.
And you find it inspires them from their home country as well as where they're living now and themselves. It builds.
Oh yes, yes. It's funny because whenever we go play somewhere else, the other team is always asking, "Man, that's kind of cool." Everybody, what's your, where you're from? Where you from? Where you from? And the kids, some kids, speak a little different dialect, but at the end, it's baseball. It's the same thing.
Right.
Yeah.
So, Coach, bring us out here. Give us a preview. What can we expect from the Sharks this season?
Well, I do have a good group of kids, that they want to learn. They see me coming in and they respect who I am, what I bring. That's the way I've always played. I've always, told them that, I go out there to win. That's our perspective, to win. Always win. You're going to lose a lot of games. You're going to win some. It's the game of baseball. But I say, if you go out there with the right mindset every time, and I'm going to be there for you, then yes. And I told them from day one, they all looked at me. I had a meeting the third day. guys, it's only one object here, to win districts, you know, and they were saying, and they looked at me like, well, I'm like, that's the object. That's, you know, we could start wrong, bad, you know, but at the end, that's gonna be the goal. No matter who's in the way, that's you know, that's where we're gonna go. And again, you know, like Griffin said again, you know, we try to congregate the kids to be all one. You know, I mean, that's more important than actually the game itself. And I'm always making examples of the game of baseball through the game of life. Every practice, every time something happens, I say, guys, it's not about baseball. It's about X, Y, Z. It's about X, Y, Z. So they understand, you know, what I bring besides just winning games. You know, the W's. You know, are you good? Are you good tomorrow? Are you going to go to school? How are your grades? You know, are you going to school? Which school do you want to go to? Just a whole bunch of stuff that, you know, not everybody's fit to, you know, to go to college and play D1 baseball, but everybody's fit to go to school. That's for sure.
Well, excellent. Well, thank you, Coach. We wish you luck for the game of life as well as the games on the field, and thank you for being here. And we'll see you soon.
Absolutely.
All right.